to day 30 of my GR11 adventure. I'm currently sat at the Col de Val Severa, and this marks the international boundary between Spain and Andorra. And very shortly I'm going to be walking in that direction down there into Catalonia and heading further east along my GR11 route. Last couple of days in Andorra have been quite interesting. The route followed a very forested route through the country, and I stayed in my first hotel last night in N Camp, first hotel on the whole route actually, and whilst I didn't sleep particularly well, I feel very well rested, and I did some significant damage to the buffet breakfast this morning, which may provide some insight into why I'm feeling particularly good today on the climbs. In the book, the section from N Camp to where I am now is described as a day section. Well, I'm here by 1 o'clock. I've taken a couple of hours off the suggested times, and I'm going to just continue going east. Although I've got to be a bit careful about where how high I go, because the forecast this afternoon is for rain and thunder and lightning, so I don't want to be caught on a high col when thunder and lightning comes in, so I'll just have to bear that in mind as I head further east. I'm gorging myself at the moment on this particular scenery, because I'm advised by the book that this is the last of the alpine scenery, and in a couple of days' time I'll be back into the foothills of the Pyrenees, which will be a lot more forested, and I won't have these high beautiful peaks around me. I'm going to be finishing some point in the next 10 days or so. I don't have a specific date when I think I'm going to finish, but the end is not far away now, and it's quite a sobering thought to think that I've walked as far as I have, and now pass through Andorra as well as I head back into Spain and into Catalonia. Well, good morning, and good morning from day 33 of my GR11 adventure. I am on my way to Núria, and after Núria I'm going to climb a mountain ridge and get over 2,800 metres, which bizarrely is the highest point that GR11 actually gets to. So the col that I talked about in week 2 was the highest col, and this is actually the highest point, and it's well away, of course, from the high central Pyrenees. Yesterday, day 32, was a bit of a washout. I had a lot of rain during the daytime, and I haven't done a lot of filming really because there's been not a lot to record. So last time I spoke to the camera was day 30. The evening of day 30 was interesting. I had a nocturnal visit to my camp. I heard something outside my tent and unzipped, looked outside, couldn't see anything. Thought, was I dreaming? Not sure. Went back to sleep, and in the morning woke up. I thought there's only one shoe in my tent, in my awning. Oh my God, where's my shoe gone? Unzipped the tent and found it about 10 yards away in one direction. And then I thought, I'll make myself a cup of coffee. Where's my stove? And that was 10 yards in another direction. So anyway, I gathered everything up, packed up, walked over the mountain, and came across a shepherd who had his flock all collected in, and he had his dogs with him. And some of the dogs think they're sheep. They're born with a flock, and their role is to protect the flock from predators. I spoke to the farmer, or the shepherd, and just said he spoke some English. I had a visit to the tent, and he said, "Oh, the wolves in the area. Wolves are very active in this area." Okay, so I don't know whether it was wolves who came to my tent, whether it was a fox, I don't know. Something came to my tent. Nothing was lost, thankfully, so all was well. So after that, headed down towards Pyrenees, big town. Had a look around because I was looking for a bakery in the morning. It looked like quite a nice town actually. It looked like it was medieval, lots of narrow streets. I didn't stop long. I camped just outside Pyrenees on a campsite, and then yesterday, as I say, a bit of a rainy day, not a lot to see, and so here we are. So this is going to be the last mountain ridge today that I do. The forecast this afternoon is for more rain, so I hope I don't get any when I'm on the ridge. And then I'm going to head down to a place called Senda Pirenaica, where I'm going to resupply for a couple of days, and then I really am out of the mountains, out of the hills, and into pine forested area on my way towards the coast. So that's what's happening. So reasonable day this morning, so we're going to make the most of this sun. Well, that was a bit of a rush. I've just come over the col de Tirapits, and from the col de Neucross and New Cross, and the forecast the next hour or so is thunder and lightning, and I was just on the ridge that was the highest part of the GR11, and I could see the clouds building, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. So I've really skedaddled across there. Now, thankfully, thunder and lightning didn't materialise. It could happen at any time this afternoon, but now I'm heading down the danger is averted. But yeah, that was hard work, legging it across there.